One of the things I've noticed about ambitious women or women who just identify as being driven, capable, responsible is that we do not move until we feel certain. Certain about our work, certain about our decisions, certain about where we are going. But honestly, one of the biggest shifts in my life happened when things really didn't make sense. And that was the ball rolling for how I live my life today because honestly, I don't think, I don't believe anymore that certainty comes without movement. And that's specifically what I want to talk about in today's video because, again, I know who you are because I used to be you. As ambitious women, we want to be certain. We want to have everything lined out, mapped out. Where am I going from point A to point B? What time, what day, what season, what month? We want I's dotted, T's crossed, period, the end. Before we make a move. And listen, I get it because I made a whole video about me beginning to learn this way and live this way since I was 7 years old. So I get it. We are often praised for being this type of woman, the planning, the overthinking, the preparing, the being responsible, all of the things, having it all together, all the things that we've been rewarded for since we were little girls, the things that we were rewarded for in our formative years and in our careers. We we have quietly turned all of that, all of the things we've gotten the praise for, we've quietly turned that into needing a guarantee, to having proof. And the favorite thing we like to do, always being in control. We have quietly turned those the planning, the overthinking, the executing, the doing, we've turned them into those things. And I used to think that if I just if I just thought through, if I just strategized, if I just mapped out every possible solution, ending, that if I did that, that I would be able to avoid any type of discomfort or regret. And of course, that's just not true. In intellectually, I think as ambitious women, we may get that. We may intellectually understand that, but it's hard for us not to be that way and to start to unlearn and unravel that particular type of behavior. For me, I feel like when you have deep beliefs, when you have deep ways of doing things, oftentimes as humans, it takes some type of big life event, big shift, or something for us to start thinking differently. Again, I wish it wasn't that way, but as humans, it's just what it is. So for me, my way of thinking, my way of switching from this just always needing to have a guarantee and always needing to know the outcome of things happened with a big life shift in my life as well. 2022 entered the scene, and the entire year for me was filled with major big shifts, life altering shifts. In 2022, in this order, I left a very long term relationship. I bought a home on my own, and I quit my 6-figure corporate job that, I talked about multiple times, all in 1 year. Do you think I knew what every single outcome was going to be? Do you think I had a guarantee that things would work out after that? Of course not. 3 big life altering events like that. None of those decisions made sense to other people. None of those decisions made a whole lot of sense to me. And honestly, some of them, you know, if I look back on it, I would do it again, because at the time I didn't know my life would turn out this way, which I'm very happy about every decision that I made. But just think about that. Those three big life decisions, when any one of those kind of, life shifts can set someone on a new trajectory for sure. But I had three of them in 1 year, and I had no guarantees. I had no outcomes. But what I did know is that I could not stay where I was. That's what I did know. And for me, that was that inner knowing. I I ta- I tapped into that inner knowing over my need or desire for absolute certainty, for absolute proof. And that's basically faith. And as you guys know, I've talked about, you know, my relationship with God on this channel, in multiple of my conversations. But I, going through those three big life shifts, coming out on the other side, not, of course, and of course, things weren't not easy. Learning lessons through that time, like, again, those three big life shifts. And again, I had not done anything on those levels before, especially not all at the same time, in the same year. Of course, they were spaced out a little bit, but doing all of those in 1 year, it shifted something in me. I wouldn't even, of course it shifted something, but it released something. It released, or I should say greatly loosened that innate, deeply rooted need to always know the outcome, have a guarantee, be certain, show me the proof. It really released that. And it allowed me to see that my movement, me taking action, with my three scenarios, me leaving the relationship, me betting on myself and buying a home on my own, me leaving the 6-figure corporate job when everybody thought that I was insane. The movement, the action is where clarity starts to come in, because when you take one step, you take another step, you start to get clear. You can evaluate things. Again, take this step to the left. Oh, no, I wasn't supposed to go left. Okay, let me switch to the right. That movement provided me the clarity, and it didn't require all of that overthinking. And I think that I used to believe that clarity was supposed to come first. And I think a lot of us believe that you have to be clear first. Like, again, everything has to be mapped out. Everything has to be in a straight line. You have to be 100% clear before you can move. But after those three big life shifts, fast forward to now 4 years later, today in 2026, everything that I do, I feel like clarity for me comes in action. And living in our human lives, it's my belief that there are very few things in life that you're going to be 100% certain on, clear on, have a guarantee on, or have any type of proof. There's very few things that's going to just be 100% black and white. So for me, as I continue to see the clarity comes in movement, it continues to allow me to build my faith, build my self-trust, build my inner knowing, surrender things to God. Again, that's in that building that faith part, asking him to order my path, to direct my footsteps, allowing my spirit to be sensitive enough to feel when he's moving, to feel when he's shifting. And again, just learning the lessons. I'm building a business for the second time around. Of course, I learned many things from the first time that I had a business. This business is a little bit different, so there's still things that I'm learning, things that I've tried, things that didn't work out, things that I'm pivoting into, but I'm moving while the clarity is coming. And then again, I'm also not saying be out here reckless and just doing things willy-nilly. I'm also not saying that. What I'm saying is having the discernment to move without having full clarity and not just staying stuck somewhere, feet planted in the ground until you have 100% clarity, 100% proof, or 100% guarantee. Because I can tell you right now, girl, you'll just be sitting there forever, because it's very rare that you are going to get that. It's very rare you're going to get that type of clarity or guarantee. The self-trust, the faith, the clarity comes in motion. It comes while you're moving. And for me, since I continue to deeply develop my relationship with God beyond just religion, but relationship, it has allowed me to trust him more, because seeking him allows me to know that he will provide. He will show me the way. He will give me the ideas. He will put me in connection. The amount of people that just come to me, like I couldn't have done that by myself. It's me trusting God. And also too, I had to get into a place of really sitting down and looking back over my life, and all the difficult times that I've had, things that I've been able to make my way out of, and just that is the proof. That is the proof that as I continue to move through life, get more clear on how I want to work and live, redesign my life, God will continue to order my steps and make a way for me, and continue to, he's given me my level of creativity, the way that I create things, the way that I look at creativity, the way that I have ideas and vision. He's given that to me. So why wouldn't he allow me to be able to sustain myself in my life in a way, using the gifts, the skills, the talents, the education that he's provided me? So I just came to a place where I stopped needing 100% guarantees and 100% proof, and started trusting myself. And also, like I said, the self-trust comes in movement, because once you start moving and you see clarity coming, and this feels better, or this feels more clear, you start to trust yourself more. So it's like you start to understand that, okay, I made it through this, I can make it out of something else, and that's also what I meant by when I had to look back over my life and see the things that I had come out of and God, brought me out of. I'm like, okay, I trust in God, of course, but I also trust myself to make the right decisions. Showing up here on YouTube every day for 100 days in a row. Today is day, what's today's number? Today is day 93. Showing up on YouTube every day. I didn't know what this would be. I came into this with zero expectations. And to be honest, that's one of the reasons why I think, my channel is growing. I got monetized on day 80 of this 100 days, because I came into this for personal development and visibility, for me to get comfortable just talking, not being all perfect and scripted, showing up, in front of the camera, posting the video, having conversations like this, speaking to the type of women that I want to support. That's all I came to YouTube with. I wasn't here saying, oh, well, I need to get this many followers by this day. Each video needs to have this many views. I want to get monetized by that. I came here with none of that. And that's why I think it has, like I said, grown and allowed me to get monetized and everything the way that it has, because I released the control. I released the needing a guarantee. I released the expectations. I came into it like with no expectations, kind of like, let's just see what happened. And people felt my honesty. People felt me being real. Like, again, to this day, like, that's some of the best compliments that I get, is that you seem so authentic. You seem so real. You make me want to be myself. Cause it's like, girl, I am too old to be out here performing. I live that. Like, I've done that. And it led me to burnout, overweight, and on anxiety medication. So I'm just not doing that anymore. But releasing control is hard, especially for women like us. It's very, very, very hard. But there are ways to, take intentional steps to doing so. And the more I choose to surrender things, and the more I choose to move into things without expectations, that's when things I feel flow to me. Now, again, I'm a human, and I'm a business person, and I'm a strategist. So results and outcomes, of course, matter to me, but I'm no longer in a space of where I'm like obsessing over it. Girl, I used to just be so obsessed over results and outcomes. Now I'm just kind of like, not so lackadaisy as I'm saying, but what's meant for me will ultimately be for me. And I truly believe that, and I trust that, and I'm moving in that way. I just am. Again, I still have moments where I would like clarity, where I would like a guarantee. But I think I'm able now for sure to catch myself quicker, in those moments. Be like, okay, Erica, look at what you're doing. Like, release that. Kind of like you've done your part. Now let God do his part. And I just don't live that way anymore, of where I'm just like needing that guarantee, needing that 100% assurance, and just getting more comfortable in moving without 100% certainty. And again, it's something that I have to constantly check in on. It's not like you get there and you've arrived and you never have these types of thoughts or desires anymore. It's just catching it quicker, being able to say, oh, okay, you're getting that way, or you're doing this thing from this space, checking yourself so you can be able to move differently. That's what has worked for me. And while I've been able to just kind of release more, surrender more, and things are flowing more. It's almost like you release, you let your hands go, and things, come back to you. And a lot of my life changed when I stopped waiting for everything to be fully like clear before I move, or to fully make sense before I move, or to have a full guarantee or a full promise. And again, I'm saying this as a disclaimer. I'm not saying for anybody to go out here moving reckless. Like, of course, you're too intelligent to do that anyways. But it's just, again, moving from that level of discernment, from intentionality, and from alignment. Yeah. So that's the video today. Let me know, what's one area in your life where you might be waiting for certainty before allowing yourself to move. Let me know down in the comments. Give this video a like. Go ahead and like it right now. If you're new here, go ahead and subscribe. I have been having these conversations for the last 93 days. Today is day 93. If you've missed any of the other conversations I've been having on this journey, I've listed the playlist down in the description box. I'm Erica Prevail, and I share daily conversations. Oh, wait. I forgot to say in this video, we're going live on day 100. It falls on Sunday, May 17th. I think I'm going to do 12 noon Eastern, but I haven't confirmed it yet. So just stay tuned. But we are going live on day 100. I'm Erica Prevail, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.